Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's the birthday of America, the 4th of July. So everything is closed, I imagine, except for I can see there may be. Let me double check. I know that I saw the the stock index futures ticking away. Let's open up a few more of these things and see what's going on. Let's go with Robin 1. There we are. Let's move over to there too at the same time. Right there. Let's just show you the euro while it's thunking. There's the euro, and we have all our stock. All the currencies are open. You can see they're firm. There's no real action today. The fact that we even closed half a day yesterday tells you a lot. And the big story in America right now is, will Biden stick around or will he not stick around? That's really what it comes down to. I think he'll stick around. I know that supposedly there's 25 Democrats that are begging him to quit. Also, there's probably about 65, well, I say in the polls, 72% of the Americans want him gone also. So he's got issues. It just shows you how out of touch their party is that only 25 out of, say, 250 want to get rid of him. So it's like, it really tells you, they really don't have a grasp on their own reality anymore. They're so used to being in control for over a century. They don't know how to not walk away and give up the control. They're terrified. So anyhow, that's the big story in America. They're trying to figure out. And at the same time, we have people trying to tell us that, well, there could be a 10% correction. Well, there always can be a 10% correction. The question is, will there be one? I mean, there can be, but will it be? And when is it going to be? I'd like to know a couple of weeks ahead of time. That would be nice. So, basically, that's where we are in America today. And today is the 4th of July, so this is the birthday of America. And so pretty much most of everything that's normally open is pretty much closed. Now, let me go back over to, where's it at? Right there. And there is, see, none of the stocks, of course, are open. There's the S&P 500. I believe that is open. I think they give people a chance to hedge their whole portfolio. Remember, that's what they're there for. Yeah, exactly. So it's open. And let's see if what's crude oil look like? Crude oil is open. It's just kind of like a little unchanged. Nothing major. Just a little bit higher, but not at the high of the day, but that doesn't mean much. You can see this is why I'm not real happy about sending charts out on a day like today. Even tomorrow morning will be very disturbing, because it'll have today in there somewhere along the line, and the markets are extremely thin. There's not a lot of participation going on. Something like 65-70% of the world's, I guess you could say, the trading that goes on in the world, 65-70% of it's done out of the United States, or not done out of the United States, but done by American companies. And so the chances of them involved are slim. Makes it a thin market. You can't trust the big swerves and twists and turns, that type of thing. So, all right, let's get rolling. Oh, and let's see what's in the news this morning. Let's check that out too. I mean, Zero Hedge has to have something. They still got Jojo the monkey. I mean, Joe Biden, it is. No one is pushing me out, Joe says. Let's put that on the screen. No one's pushing me out. There he is right there. Biden tells staff as new New York Times poll says Trump leads wider now. So, and then here, E. Plurimus Airhead. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen that one. That looks pretty good. Out of many possible choices, it looks like the DNC, that's the Democrat National Committee, is heading towards the worst one, Kamala. They have no choice. She's the vice president. And she was picked for her race, I guess you could say. That's the way they work over there. In other words, they don't know who Martin Luther King is. They don't understand civil rights whatsoever. As far as they're concerned, it's all identity politics. So if you're a woman and you have a color to you, you're more important than other people. In other words, it has nothing to do with your character or your ideas. That doesn't count. So they got no choice. The base is saying, collect it up, baby. So she's next. Last minute appointments. Oh, that looks interesting. Here's some European news. Le Pen accuses Macron of preparing coup d'etat after his series of last-minute appointments, thwarting the new government from a policy that the French people want. Well, that's the way it goes. These people don't really believe in democracy. They just pretend it. It's all their way or no way. Democracy is when they get what they want. Democracy is not anything less than that. So that is really the gist of it all. And so that's really what it comes down to, is that's the way the world works anymore, and that is it's the opposition's way or it's no way. And so that's really what it comes down to. And unfortunately, with the way our markets are at the moment, they are trapped and going nowhere slowly. Just figured I'd ring. And so, unfortunately, that's the way it is in the United States, traders. And so she's going to be number one because it's just the way they are. So I'll ring you afterwards. Just wanted to at least ring you. So, what else can we say about that? Let's see, is there anything else in there? Trump's reported plan for NATO is already being partially implemented. Yeah, Trumpy's a smart guy. Former Prime Minister reveals why the UK's blob must be destroyed. Blob? What's a blob? And I don't even know who's leading the Labour Party anymore. Is this woman the leader of the Labour Party? The same forces that did the Boris. Okay, here we go. Let's see what. Yet fewer than 50 days later, the same forces that did for Boris did for her as well. The consequences we will see soon. It is likely electoral oblivion for the Conservative Party. Conservative Party? Is that the Tories? I can't tell if they keep on trying to call the Tories the Conservative Party. I call it the Neil Kinnock or the Tony Blair Party. That's what it looks like to me, because they sure don't look like Tories. If it's not led by Nigel Farage, it is not a conservative as far as I'm concerned. So I guess we'll see how that plays out. So that's pretty much the stories across the world today. And when it comes to the markets themselves, it's kind of lackadaisical, going sideways to nowhere. Let's see, is there any other stories left? Milk runs to madness. Nope. Egypt teeters on the brink of economic ruin as public debt mounts, poverty rates soar. Well, I guess that's what it all comes down to in the end. It's economics. And, the socialists are slowly learning, really, really learning how disorganized the socialists are. I guess that's what it comes down to. All right, what else we got going on here? Let's do this one. Let's go back to the currencies. We might as well just look at the currencies. They're the most active thing. So there is, I'm going to open up the intraday too, just to see how it's ticking. I mean, I don't expect to see, it's probably locked in like a 2-point range for the last 10 hours or something like that. So once this starts to, let's see, here we go, and it's establishing a connection, and there we go. Now we can zip over to, there it is. So there's there's the, right there, we go. Let's put that in there. We can take a look at the stocks the way they settled yesterday, since you only saw them in the morning. So there's the euro showing nice strength, just firm. It's been in a buy. It's trying to get into the weekly buy. And then the cable, with elections starting today, I guess? No, that's France. France's elections are today. I'm not sure when England's are. England might be Saturday? I don't know. It's hard to say. But they're no more than a day apart either. So you see here, cable in a buy, also looking very firm for the last few days here. Should move one of these green lines over there. I think that's it right there. And you can see the weekly is trying to pierce. It's very close, minus 0.00027. So now it just dropped to 2.9. So we'll see how that goes. Today's Thursday. Since it's Thursday, we still have tomorrow for the weekly, and that should be very interesting to see how the thing comes out on a weekly basis here. Right there, we go to the Swiss, the inflation fighters. Looks like they're starting to buy it again there. That's nice. Second day in a row of a little purchasing of some Swiss francs and selling dollars. And the weekly buy that was threatening seems to have backed off a little bit here. The only thing that's moving up is the fast. I mean, well, they're both moving up, but they're through the zero line. It went through the zero line last week. And then from there, we look at the yen. I'm afraid to see the yen. I feel sorry for the Japanese people. Oh, good. It's a good thing. There it is. It's moving back down again. The dollar has pushed it up to the 62 area. Looks like they're flirting with a sell. That's nice. And, when it's these very thin holidays, a lot of times it's like a head fake. It doesn't... It really doesn't play out the way you think. In other words, oh, look at that. Tomorrow we can be, we can be long yen. And next thing you know, yen will fall apart again. That's the problem with trying to trust the charts today whatsoever. You don't really want to trust the charts. You just want to see how the trend they're in. And then tomorrow they will straighten them out with more activity. As much as the markets will be a slower market tomorrow, I'd imagine. And then there's the Turkish lira fighting its way into a daily buy again. And that weekly sell is drifting and drifting. Look at the number, minus 0.01. Whew. So, if it even dares to challenge the box, it'll probably push it right back into that weekly buy. And then we take a look at the South African rand. It's still moving down, which is nice. Pressure's on that. And... you can see here, it's trying to pierce through. And it's still in a sell. And the fast is lifted up through the manifold there, but not through the zero line. So, good rollover. Now from there, we'll go look at the metals complex. And look at gold. Gold is trading today. It's in a plus. And we are flirting with that weekly buy. Then from there we go to the silver. Silver's doing the same thing. Oh no, silver is not doing the same thing. Look at that. Silver is backing off a little bit today. But they've had a nice run. It's been a much stronger run than gold. And you can see the weekly is trying to flip itself that way. Then we go to the copper. The copper's holding up. Something's wrong there because we weren't in a sell yesterday, so we'll have to look that up. Check it out. Let's see, just for interest's sake, let me go take a look at it to get a better flavor of that. But I'm sure that's wrong. Let's see. There we are. And we're looking at September copper. Yeah, that's not right whatsoever. Yeah, it settled at 427, and the high was 456, but the low was 441. They got a low there of 452. So that needs to be fixed. Let's see if we can just change it to like a default or something. See if it straightens out. No, we'll have to fix it. We'll have to go in and fix it. The exchange shows that it's the low is 441. Look at that. Look how high that is. I don't know why it does that. It drives me crazy when it does. So there's the copper. Either way, it's in a buy. And looking very firm today. And let's see what the platinum. I was thinking platinum was going to be very strong too, and it is. Because it was showing that yesterday. And so there's the platinum lifting up and holding on firm. Lifting up and holding on firm. Indeed. And then from there, that does it for that area of it all. Let's go take a look at, let's see. Let's go see what like Brent oil is doing. Let's see how Spain is doing with their the gas company down there. And there is Brent. Let's show you that. Brent, a little weakness, just like the way it is with the crude oil in the States. In a buy today, but let's not pay attention to today's action. Really, it's not something I trust. But you can see here, they're trying to press it down and push it out. Let's see, where do we go from here? From there, we shoot over to. Let's see. Let's go to the natural gas right there. That's been, just sliding. I guess, they anticipate, as that article said, Europe and NATO are already preparing for Trump and moving into that direction. So you'd have to imagine that the oil market or natural gas market would be doing the same thing. So let's go take a look at that. Where is it at? There it is. There's a Spanish company. And it's firm again for like the third day. Fourth day now, really. And it's in a daily buy for 3 days. And the weekly sell, is down. It's got pressure on it. So, let's see now. Let me see. All right, from there, now we can go take a look at like some of the stocks. People have been paying attention to our stock side of the portfolio lately, or the technical analysis, the newsletter / technical analysis / algorithm / everything. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's see. There's. You can see there. Yeah, there's the stock market. It's settled down in here, like in the 90 area, and they're pushing it up a little bit. They're doing buying. They don't have much of a choice at this point. It seems like. Let's see if we can give you a bigger picture of it all. There it is. Yeah, it's taking out. That was yesterday morning's high right there. It's taking that out, and it's heading for that 5,600 area. We're now only about 5 points away. All right. So let's zip over to. Close that. And let's go take a look at some of the stocks and see what the stocks are up to. Also, I wanted to look at one other thing, the 30-year bond. See if it's rebounding back a little. Yeah, it is. This was after the debate. This really freaked them out. They were like, "Oh my God, who's running the place?" Let's see. Now, let's go over to the stocks. Open that one up. We'll take a look at Amazon and NVDA. We'll take a look at ARM and all of it. All of it. Establishing a connection. Not there and not there. Okay. I'm going to minimize this and close that. There we are. The stocks are having their issues. Let's open up the beta, our brand new beta, and see what that has to say about that. Let's see. We're going to trading. Okay, so there's the Amazon. And let's see, that's about right, I guess. Let me just recycle it. There we go. Yeah, Amazon, playing around in that 200 area. I understand Bezos sold $5 billion worth of stock, so that kind of had a little jumpy. The markets are very thin, and so it's very hard to move big positions anymore. Well, it's not like anybody. These positions that people move. Let's put it this way: it's relative. What a big position is today is nothing like what a big position was years ago. In other words, now they trade. They move $500,000. I used to trade. I guess you could say I traded like 50,000 lots of the major, stocks and so forth. And so, what is considered, basically what was considered very big and active back in those days is nothing what they do today. They move $500,000 like nothing. It's an enormous amount of volume. And that's the way it has been too. That it's turned into that situation where we're at a point now where it has been that way for a very long time. So ever since quantitative easing in particular, but options started the whole process. So you can see here, there is the Amazon, it's still in the daily buy, and closed in the daily buy, and in a weekly buy. It's looking very fine. And then from there, let's see, products. Let's go take a look at NVDA. Right there. And there's the NVDA. And they spiked that up at the end of the day there yesterday. This is a second day in the buy. Yesterday, so it's 2 days now in the daily buy. And that weekly signal that we saw that was flirting so heavily with the sell side is really starting to wake up, I guess you could say. It's starting to go find the buy side again. And that's no real surprise to me. And then let's see what else we got here. Let's take a look at And then from there, we go over to, what are the other ones we look at? Tesla. There's Tesla. Give that a refresh. And there's the Tesla. Just yesterday it took it up even more. Where's that at? Yesterday it settled at $246.39. And you can see there we've been in a daily buy now for 7 full days. And it's nice to have a beta that actually reflects pretty much what's going on. Obviously minus. That's last week's weekly buy. It's not telling us what this week's weekly buy is yet. That's the only thing we have to adjust still. And then from there, let's see, from the Tesla, we go find another product. Apple, I guess Apple's a goodie. Let's see what the Apple's up to. Give it a refresh. And there's the Apple. You see that's been in a daily buy for 2 days. Closed there yesterday. And it's I guess, what was the all-time high now? Is it 221 or 222? Something. I guess it's right around there. They hit it there that day. It was a 220. And so the weekly, it closed on a weekly buy last week. That's not bad. I don't know what's up with the stocks, but they don't want to show us anything on our system there. It just seems they're then trying to establish an, they could be. I believe they were doing other stuff too. Let's see, offline. Let's see here. Attempting in office offline mode. I don't know why it's in offline mode, but I guess somehow or another they've closed everything down for the day. All right, and then from there, glad we got the beta here. From the, let's see, from Apple, let's go see that ARM. There's the ARM. And refresh. And ARM moving back up towards its highs. All-time highs, maybe. Closed in the daily buy yesterday. And obviously the weekly buy is still in effect. And from there, let's see, where do we go from there? Trying to think I wanted to find some of the other things that Janos has been asking for. Oh, there you go. There's Janos. I see that. There you go, Janos. Oh, I didn't see anything from... Did Monday ever go out? I was wondering about that. Can we look at SPY? Let's see what SPY looks like. Let's check out SPY. And there it is, SPY. Yep, at all-time highs. 2 full days now in a daily buy, and obviously a weekly buy. That's not pulling away. Let's see. Oh, Goldman Sachs. Let's find Goldman Sachs and TTD. That sounds interesting. Let's find TTD. Let's go there and find it. Let's see. TTD. I think I'm going to close this and start over on the other one because I want to get my other system going, and for some reason it's funked out. It's funky monkey. And just oh, that did it. Now maybe we can reopen it and see if I can get the Goldman Sachs on there. There we are. There we go. All right, let's find let's see, how do we get there? Let's see what we do here. And let me open this up. TTD. See, I gotta go there. Users. Alright. Let's see, not edit. Products. Add a product. TTD. STK. There we go. Create. And then let's do another one. Add a product. Let's put Goldman Sachs in there. GS. And STK. There we are. And create. Now, access, access, access. Let's see. Access. All right. Let's go to there and check it all out. Oh, Google. Let's give Google an access too. There we are. Now, products. There we are. Here's TTD. It's a $649 stock. Okay. And it's been in a daily buy for 2, 4, 6, 7 days now. So throughout all that, with the red dots, it's been in a daily buy. It's been in a weekly buy for 4 solid weeks. So let's see what else we got to say about that. Oh, okay, good. Now my stocks have kicked back in again. And let's do this. Let's see what's at that one, and then open that one. Let's go to there. And then let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs. Did Goldman split? No, that's better. There it is. 465. It's been in a daily buy for 3 full days and a weekly buy for a second week. This is going on the 3rd week now on a weekly buy. Yep. TD, let me go back. Yeah, here, let me go back to TTD. TTD. Product. Let me refresh it. Oh, it's a $100 stock, not a $600 stock. And so there it is right there in a daily buy. It's been in there for a while. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And, 4 solid weeks in a weekly buy. TTD. We're out to work on those dots. Something looks a little screwy with it, but that's all right. We'll get it fixed. What else can we say about TTD? What is TTD? Did I show you the ARM? I think I did ARM. And there is Goldman too. Okay. What is TDD? Let's look up TDD. Let's try that, that, and that. TTD. Trade Desk Inc. Okay. NGM Equity. Huh. Yep, that's the company. Trade Desk Inc. on the NASDAQ. I see the all-time high looks, or at least the high, yeah, right up in here. That's odd, isn't it? Oh, that's an intraday. That's why it looks odd. 6 months. Let's see what 6 months look like. Yeah. See, it's definitely flying along, being picked up. Trade Desk. Stock rallying, financials look ambiguous with the momentum. Let's see. Why the Trade Desk outpaced the stock market today. That should be a good one. Let's see what that says. Why the Trade Desk outpaced the stock market today? It says here, the latest trading session saw that the Trade Desk, TTD, ending at 98.13, denoting basically almost a 0.5% adjustment from its last day's close. The stock change was more than the S&P daily gain, okay, of 0.9. Elsewhere, the Dow saw up 0.9. Okay, so why did it do it? Now that we know that. Let's see. Prior to today's trading, shares of the digital advertising platform, that's what it is, okay, operator had gain of 0.237 in the past month. Has lagged the computer and technology sectors. Okay, so they're playing catch up. A gain of 6 percent basically of the S&P gain of 338. Okay, analysts and investors alike will be keeping a close eye on the performance of Trade Desk in its upcoming earnings disclosure. There we go. Earnings. EPS is projected at 36 cents. Yeah, okay, so that's what it is. You're really starting to chase the momentum stocks. I don't blame you. That's where the action usually is, too. It's the Momo. We used to call it the Momo stocks. Momo stocks. Boom. Let's see. From there, and we saw Goldman. Goldman's a good financial stock. They're not chasing. Yeah, well, the idea is you don't really chase them. Well, in short-term trading, it's you're just trying to catch the momentum and then get out of it. So it's so hard to say anymore. Especially with your European rules and regulations, it makes it very complicated. You have to think twice before you do anything. So there's those two traders. Interesting. TTD. Let's see. Get a primo an audience. Let's see. Spot a momentum, get in, and then promote it to the audience. Yeah, that's what we call front running. The audience then buys up the same stocks, and it appears that they are the end holding the bag. Yep, exactly. All right. What else can we say about any of those stocks and so forth? I guess that's anybody want to see any other particular stock? If not, we'll drift over to something else. Let's see. So as I get the messages about them, I ask you. Smart. That's a smart move. This occurs in the case of low market cap stocks. Yeah, to know what is the algo. Exactly. That makes total sense. Total sense. So what is the bottom on the newest list? What do you mean bottom? On, well, in this case here, this particular product, that TTD, it's been hanging out in the 90s, I guess. That's what it looks like to me. Let's go back to the stock there. Yeah, it's been hanging out. Is at the low 90s. This thing's been really locked. And again, they slipped back over the last 6 months. It's been, there's 89, there's 90 right there. That's the 90 area right there. So for the last two months, it's been hanging around there. Before that, it's come up from some interesting area. It went from 62 to 99. So that's pretty good over the last 5 months. 6 months. So since February, it has moved from, it's picked up a third. It's a pretty big gain. Let's see. So weekly and daily buys. Yep. All of them are. Yep. Exactly. NVDA is, watch the, let me put NVDA up again too. NVDA is trying to get back into the weekly buy. Right there. You see that, remember, it was much deeper down at the beginning of the week. It's trying to push itself back up into the zero line. Tomorrow, I guess we have, some economic news out tomorrow, labor numbers or something like that. Let's see. I also had a question. Your options are 4 to 6 weeks out near the money. Yes, but what is the strategy to cut losses if there is a reversal? If you're in a bull spread, turn around and sell a second. Sell a second call on the top and make it a credit spread. Or vice versa, But that's usually the best way to go. Is just sell another call against your one long call. Be short 2 calls, and then go buy an enormously cheap one way up above just to protect you. Yeah, I know. So I guess, but binaries are possible, right? Doesn't everybody do binaries in Europe on some level or another? I guess it's like, like they give you set spreads, I guess. Binaries are you're capable of trading binaries in Europe. I mean, Dukascopy trades binaries. So if Dukascopy does, I imagine everybody does. It's the same thing as being a bull spread. So then you go and you sell a wider binary up top, and then it puts you in the opportunity to get your money back. Let's see, but what is trying to, for example, 40% decline from premium. 40% decline in premium. Like I said, you just sell the top. So you sell a top that will give you 45% gain in premium. Usually a bull spread is nowhere near as sensitive. 40% drop would have to be something like, let's see if there's a product that's done. See this product, not NVDA here. It was in a buy throughout all this, right? So you're riding it up. You have this sell-off where pretty much you still have a gain out of it. Now you should be adjusted. In this case here, it goes into the sell for a couple of days, and at the same time we're in a weekly buy. So it's okay to sell a binary on top and neutralize the position. But it goes into a daily sell. You can sell a binary on the top side. Giannis, it's a question I'm asking. It is legal to trade binaries in Europe, correct? I mean, Dukascopy does it, so I'm assuming everybody does it. So you buy a binary to get in, and you sell a binary to get out. Be it the 1 year long. Depends on the country. Okay. Well, Latvia allows you because Dukascopy trades them. You just do a 4 or 5 or 6 week or 7, depends on what you're trading and the algorithm, how it's looking. Imagine if it goes into a weekly buy and a daily buy, you want to be 4 to 6 weeks at least in position wise, so that you can also dollar cost average into it a little bit, just like we were doing with that Amazon thing that we looked at for a bunch of days. Let's see. Let me see what the NVDA looks like. Right there. And see, on our regular platform, it's not going into a sell at all, just the fast, and it's just on the edge. And it's showing that buy thing going on there. Boy, that was a long buy, wasn't it? That one. Phew. Went into the buy right there. And didn't let go till there. And now it's back in the buy again, right there. What's interesting is that let me show you this. This is our everyday platform. So there's NVDA, goes into the buy there, goes all the way to there, finally goes into a sell, and now back into the buy again. Now we go back over to, there's MVDA on our new beta. And it was pretty much the same. Let's see, right there from, what was that, 6.5? And this is 428, and then 6.5 must be like right here. So it went into the buy. The beta went into a buy there. But then we're going to add more data. The new beta is much better, much more working, and we'll tighten up that. We're going to go back and tighten up the algorithms, make sure all the code is right. All right. Let's see. What else we got going on here? There's Q's. Another all-time high there, too. You know, check out the let's check out the Nikkei. Let's go see some of the foreign stock indices. There's the Hang Seng. We'll just, as we see them, we'll go after them instead of running around. You see that was up. Oh, messed that up. Let's try that again. And that should be today, right? Yeah, that's the 4th right there. So Hong Kong's been lifting. And it's in a daily buy and weekly buy. And let's go check out, since we go to Hong Kong, we might as well go to Shanghai. There's Shanghai. Looks like there's pressure on that. Look at that. They smacked it down today. Just as they were getting some strength over the last few days, it started to fail again. Couldn't get into the weekly buy at all. Look at that. That thing is just perpetually down. I haven't even seen many financial stories of late over the last week or so. We have not seen a lot of financial stories out of China. Things are obviously stalled when it comes to the economics in that country. Let's see what Taiwan looks like. There's Taiwan making another high right there. And that thing's like, it's the flip side of Shanghai or China. Isn't that amazing? For a country that's supposedly being threatened. The new president basically just, we've said this before. The new president that got elected about 4 weeks ago just came out that the next day and said, "Stop threatening us. We can hit you just as hard as you hit us." I thought that was a real wake-up call, So they're pestering the Philippines, it seems like, out of it all in the end. The Philippines seem to be getting beat up over it. But now look at that. They're starting to bottom out, too. And we're not in a weekly buy yet, but it's trying. It's definitely trying. And then from there, let's go check out the South Korean Kospi. Did I even look at the Nikkei? I don't even think I did. Where is the Kospi? Once I see the Kospi, I'll find the Nikkei. Kospi. There it is. There's the South Korean. Little pressure on that. You can see that. But look at that. Even with that, 2 days of pushing on the sell side, they're not even open today. Am I wrong there? No, yeah, they are. They are open, but they gapped up. But it's in a weekly buy, so you can't take any of those sells. And then let's take a look at the Nikkei. Right there. Nikkei's turning up pretty good. It's going after all-time highs again. And you can see here, 3 solid weeks in a weekly buy. I'd imagine, like I've said many a time here, we're in an inflationary period. But one thing is very consistent over the years, and that is that stocks do very well in inflationary periods because they can raise prices. Now, when the economy really slows, that's when the stocks start to back off in case it goes into a recession. But overall, that has been literally the whole pressure of it all. It has not backed away, and it's showed strength, and it just kept on climbing. And so, they're at all-time highs, or on the edge of all-time highs now. And at the same time, we're watching the currency itself at like 40-year highs. So Obviously, the main reason we see the stocks themselves in Japan going up is because of the inflation. It's an inflationary reaction more than anything else. All right, let's see what the Nifty 50 is up to. I did see it a little while ago. Where'd it go? There it is. There's the Nifty 50 in India. We're flirting around with the high of all-time highs. And we're talking 5 weeks now on the weekly buy. And then let's take a look at Europa. Oh, no. Let's go like this. Go to Saudi Arabia and take a look at the Ramco. Ramco still sideways down. They're not really reaching for the product, and it's been in a weekly sell for 10 weeks now. Aramco. And then we can take a look at the DAX. Right there. Oh, that's not budging. How about there? There is the CAC 40. That's trying to bounce up. And let's see what the FTSE looks like. FTSE's trying to bounce up too. I guess without any American sellers, it's kind of like, there's always the complaint, the shorts, the shorts are hurting the market. The shorts are hurting the market. Well, for every long, there's got to be for every buyer, there's a seller. If you eliminate shorts, then you're eliminating sellers, so then buyers get forced to pay higher prices. Now they don't seem to understand that sometimes. And so in this case here, you can see that with the market closed today, some of the stocks are showing some real strength. Some of the stock indices are also feeling some strength because there's a lack of sellers because they're out at the parades and the holidays and the barbecues and so forth and so on. So, all right. And from there, let's see. Let's go to, there was one I wanted to look at, Singapore Straits Times. I wanted to see that. I skipped it out of all the Pacific indexes. There it is right there. I just want to see what they're doing with that. Whoa, look at that. That thing's running hot and heavy. All right, now from there we go over to the Stokes right there. Stokes is trying to lift. Still hasn't gotten into a weekly buy yet, but it's trying. And they're showing strength. And we've seen with the CAC 40 and so forth, with the elections going on, you would, I guess, they've already celebrated in some way. Let's go back and find it again. There it is. So they're trying to lift it up, but it's this has been moving down. I would have thought Le Pen getting power is going to be more positive, but we'll see. It's just a matter of time. But the FTSE, since they're coming up on an election, you see that strength there. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. There's Bitcoin. Oof. More smacking. And they got it into the daily buy for a couple days. But now for the last 2 days, well, it went into the sell there. Let's see what that is. Yeah, that's the 4th, right? Yeah, that's the 4th today. They're smacking it down today with the markets closed here in the States. So, all right, traders. We will catch you all tomorrow, same time, same channel. So, happy trails to you until we meet again. And that will be on TGIM. No, TGIF. Thank goodness it'll be Friday. So, everybody have a safe and smart trading day, and we will see you tomorrow. Ta-ta for now.